Hello, this is House of the Suns Global. We are not going to be posting our videos today. We want to share a story from a young lady. She wants her story to be shared here for your advice. Please share this video for others to contribute also. Before we listen to her story, please feel free to contact me on WhatsApp if you want to share your story here with us. Listen to her story now.
My story goes like this. It was 2019 when I met my husband. Though we're just friends then. We're very good friends that we could talk to each other anyhow we like and all of that. So his friend was my friend. It was through his friend that I knew him, you understand? So he was always following his friend to my shop. So when he was coming there, we're gisting, flowing like normal, we're just cool. We're friends until when he asked me out. It was just like joke. When he asked me out, I was even joking with him. I beg they go Jare, I beg if he dates me, kind of stuff. So it was like it's serious, some kind of things. So when time goes on, we started talking. Like before we knew what was happening, we just fell in love. Understand? I fell in love with him. Then we started dating. We were dating. So November last year, that was when we started November 2019. That was when we started dating. So because we were very close, we were very close. During December period, I took in for him. Because that December period, him and his friend traveled because he was not having anything. This guy is a guy that I even give him 100 naira when he want to go home. Like want to go to his family's house. I give him 100 naira to go. You understand? Does not even have anything. So then we started dating. By November, started staying with me. We just staying together as couples. You understand? I was doing everything, sorting the bills, paying the light bill, house rent. Everything was on me, feeding everything because I didn't have a job. We were just there dating. So towards December, I got pregnant. Officially, I didn't tell him because he traveled with his friend to Lagos. So I didn't tell him. So I terminated the pregnancy. When he came back and I told him that look at what happened, but I terminated the pregnancy. Though he was angry, he was like he didn't like that. I won't have done it. And even if I could have told him, or is it because he does not have money and all of that? So I told him no, that I was not ready because I knew that he was not ready too. It was like he's old enough to be a father, just that he does not have money now. So I said okay, fine. So after then, we both wanted the baby because we were madly in love. We love each other so much. Anywhere that you see him, you see him. Anywhere that you see me, you see him. Even in my area, then people were laughing at me that my kind of girl, like, as in, I was that kind of classic girl that was well to do. I have my own shop. I sort my own bills. You understand? People in the area was laughing, but I didn't care. We're still dating. So January, we're still dating. February, I got pregnant again. Unfortunately, I didn't even know. So when I fell sick, I was like, I don't know what is going on. I don't know what is happening. So from there, I went to run tests. Even the tests and everything was from me. I did everything with my own money. You understand? So after I got pregnant that February, we were still cool. Though he was happy, I was happy. We were all happy. Then towards March, he traveled. He traveled because his mom was sick. He had to go to the village. You understand? So he traveled. So when he traveled, he spent almost 4 months then because my pregnancy was just a month when he left. He spent almost 4 months there. So when he stayed like 2 months, I started noticing some funny characters because he's the kind of person that he does not even have any person in his life. Like if a man has somebody in his life or is cheating with you, definitely as a woman you will know, even if you don't want to talk, you will definitely know. So he was a very kind person. So when he traveled, I started experiencing some funny characters in him. To an extent, I had to sometimes 2 days, 3 days. The woman that's carrying your baby, you will not even call her. So when I started experiencing those things, so I threatened him that I was going to remove the pregnancy. So he begged and all of that. So just locked up because a mom also called. She was begging me that she's expecting a child from her son and all of that, that is old enough to be a father and all of that. So the person that is carrying his baby, he will not even call her. That was when I was pregnant, so he will not even call her. So I will call his mom and be explaining to her, she'll be begging me and all of that. So it was cool until when his mom died. So when his mom died around June, July, so he came back from the village. He came back. When he came back, because he was staying in my apartment, he was staying in my own house then. He was staying with me then. So when he came back, he rented an apartment because he was not doing anything. It was his brother that was doing something that even helped him. You understand? All those people that forgot him, now I started helping him when I got pregnant. So after then, when he came back, rented the apartment, 3-bedroom flat. 3 of his sisters are staying in 2. Then we are staying in the master's bedroom. So we were just together, we were just cool together. Before I knew those things I was seeing some funny character that I was not even doing before when we were dating, before I got pregnant for him. I started seeing some funny characters, started humanizing, drinking. It's the way that somebody will drink, he gets drunk every time. You understand? So I was really tired. His sisters were begging me because they were very nice though. They were begging me to stay, that it's going to change and all of that, that it will change, that with time it will change, that I should just be patient, that maybe if I give birth it will change, that maybe if you start seeing the baby it will change. So that was how we're just going, different attitude. Even when I was pregnant, he would not take me to antenatal. I have a husband, don't have a car. It does not. The whole thing was just complicated. Even when he was doing all these things, I was still very nice to him, because I'm the kind of person, when I like somebody, I just like that person. I was still very nice to him. Wash his clothes, even with pregnancy and all of that. Sometimes he will come home drunk. When he comes home drunk, because we are sleeping in the same bed, we'll be rolling in the bed with my pregnancy hitting me up and down. I was just still trying to cope. Everything was just, I don't just know how to explain this whole story, because it's too long. So that was how I was just managing him like that. So when I gave birth, the whole thing changed again, just like from part 1 to part 2, part 3. That was the way his character just began to change. So when I gave birth, before I gave birth, his family was like, he should go and his sister, siblings, because he's the eldest. His siblings told him to go and see my family, because that was the thing that his mom was longing after before she died. She was really eager for him to go and see my family. He was like, he don't want to get married though, he want a baby mama, kind of stuff. He didn't say it in my front, but his siblings told me, and his reaction really showed that yes, he was not ready to settle down. So why will you put me in a family way if you know you're not ready to settle down? You understand? So when I gave birth, hoping things would change, things didn't change. Instead, it got worse. Even my neighbor in our opposite apartment even congratulating me, your wife don't born, go bring drink, all this kind of stuff. It was like, I better not be my wife or not, my pikin mama. All those things, it's uncalled for. So even my friend were there. My friend told me that look at what he said, and of which I know that is what we could really say that. After that time, I started having series of issues. So 3 weeks after I gave birth, I couldn't stay in the house because his attitude was just weird. I couldn't stay in the house. I'm a person that I have something doing, so I had to go back to the shop and start doing something to keep myself busy and all of that, thinking that will help. It didn't help. Instead, I started taking girls to my area, that area where I sell things, that area where they know both of us very well. I started taking girls to that area. Sometimes I even take them for shopping, take them to eateries close to my shop. People around will come and tell me that look at what your husband is doing. He won't even sleep in the house. He will come to the house, bathe and leave. Come to the house, bathe and leave. The whole thing was just, he don't even sort my bill. The only thing that he does is just that food and shelter that it's on top of my roof, on top of my head. Does not take good care of me or anything. If I ask him for something, he does not. But people outside will ask him for something and he will do it for them willingly. His sisters will ask him for something, he will do it for them willingly. He will even go out. He will buy things like clothes and all of that. He will buy clothes and he will buy for himself and he will buy for his sisters. He will share it for them. He will not give me one piece. That's to show the level of hatred. He will not give me anything. Sometimes when I put my clothes inside washing machine, he will wash his clothes and my own. I was like, he will just soak my own inside the washing machine and leave it there for days. And me, I will never even know because the washing machine is covered. That's where I put my dirty clothes. Also, when I go and open it, I see that my clothes are soaked inside the washing machine. And when I confront him, he get angry. Is it because you're the one that bought the washing machine or anything? So many things. This guy really, he did so many things. He really hurts me. We are still together. Yesterday, because I confronted him because he soaked my clothes inside the washing machine without washing them. If you don't want to wash them, if you want to use the washing machine, remove my clothes, keep them aside, wash your own and put them back in the washing machine. That's just the problem. That's just the issue. And he blocked me on WhatsApp. Somebody that I'm with in the house. When we sleep in the house, we sleep as in like when his head is on top, like on top of the bed, my own be under his head, under his leg. We sleep. I don't know. The way we sleep, we sleep at like I don't know, Sha. If he lie down straight now, like he's lying down straight, where his head is, that is where my leg will be. Where his leg is, that is where my head will be. That is how we sleep. Imagine two couples living like cat and dogs in the house. I don't just know. I just need people's opinions. I let them advise me. This kind of person. I don't know how. I don't know how to live with this kind of person. Let them advise me. To an extent, one day I called him and comforted him. I asked him, is there any way I've offended you? I knelt down and begged him, if there's any way that I've offended you, forgive me, I'm sorry. He said I didn't do anything. But his character showed that he just hates me. I don't know what I did to him that will make him to hate me like that. Even when this morning now he has left the house. Even when he's leaving the house, he has 2 cars now. It's not that I know how to drive. He cannot even say, okay, take this car, keep using this one or anything. He has 2 cars. He'll be leaving the house, even if you don't want to give me your car. I don't even care. But as I live in the house, you cannot even drop us at the junction. It's that bad that I cannot even drop us. Even if you don't want to do it for me, for the baby at least. Because of the baby, you will do all these things. I've really suffered in this boy's hand. I don't just know what to do, if I should walk away or I should keep staying. Before, he does not stay at home. It's even of recent, started staying at home. Of recent, he started changing, stopped drinking, and started staying at home. Before, he does not stay at home. I talked to his siblings, they even talk here and there. One of them will be even begging me that please don't go, he will change. He will change, he keep hurting me. He will change, he will change. I'm not seeing any improvement. I don't know if you understand.
That is her story. Your advice is highly needed. Please drop your advice on the comment area, and please feel free to contact me on WhatsApp if you want to share your story here in House of the Sons Global. Share this video and see you next Friday. Thank you.